Good morning. Good morning. It is Allie Katz here, and I am live this morning to really test out this platform that I'm using because it's time for me to bring my voice out into the world in a very consistent way, not just to serve the lawyer community, or although certainly to serve the lawyer community, but really to serve the broader audience of professionals, because we're in a moment where the professional class has to change. So if you are a service-based business owner of any kind, you offer a service in the world, it's really critical that you see what's coming. And I've been able to predict the future over the years to be able to stay ahead of it. And I want to help you to be able to do that as well. And so I'm finding my voice, and I'm learning how to use these different platforms in service to that. And so just checking some things out here behind the scenes. And okay, I'm going to remove Twitter because I don't have the right kind of account. We'll have to set that up going forward. And it looks like I need to do something on Instagram and click go live. See if that works. Okay, so now I should be live on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, maybe in a couple of different accounts on Facebook. So if you are seeing this right now, can you just let me know where you're seeing it? Okay, it looks like there's some sort of comment that's pinned here from having used this before. So I'm going to delete that. And great. Well, I have honestly brand new. I've used this platform in the past, but I'm going to be using it a lot more. And today, what I wanted to do very quickly really is talk about the 6 stages. Oh, I just made that up. I don't even know if it's 6 stages. I wanted to talk about the stages of entrepreneurship as a service-based business owner, And I've been through all of them. I started my own business back in 2003. I was a mom. My son had just been born. He was 6 months old. My daughter was 4. My husband was a stay-at-home dad. I had left the 6-figure paycheck that I was making as a law firm associate at Munger, Tolles and Olson, Charlie Munger's firm. And I was on my own, didn't have any savings, was terrified, had to figure it all out on my own. And I just, had to start my own business, never thinking that I was going to go into own my own business, never thinking that that is what was going to happen. I went to law school, graduated first in my class, so that I didn't need to have my own business. My dad had made being a business owner look like, oh, maybe being in business for yourself was just for people who actually couldn't get jobs. That's how I thought about entrepreneurship back then. But through a series of synchronistic events that I don't have time to share today, I will share on an upcoming masterclass that I'll be hosting actually on July 2nd called Liberate. Save the date, look for it. It's going to be free. It's going to be 3 hours. We're going to spend 3 hours together, and I'm going to share all of it with you about how you actually can liberate your life, your time, your money. And I'll share that story with you then. And as a result of all of that, synchronistic things that happen, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start my own business. And I did. And so if you're in that reality right now where you're still in corporate and you're considering leaving to start your own thing, I'd love to hear if that's you, if that's where you are right now, and let you know that it is one of the best personal development journeys you'll ever take. I see personal development really comes in my life. It's come in 3 big ways: business, parenting, and relationship. Business, parenting, and relationship. And I've had all 3, right? My kids today are 22 and 25. They're amazing. My daughter works with me. And that was a big surprise. Didn't imagine that was going to happen. And my son lives nearby. We see each other all the time. And we really like each other. And that at various moments also was a surprise, because there were times when through that journey, I was like, oh no, I don't like my children. And they didn't like me. And part of the personal development journey was taking full responsibility for that and not making it about them, and recognizing they're actually amazing. They're actually amazing. I was the problem. And that's part of the, StreamYard likes that. That's part of the personal development journey with all of it, right? Business, parenting, relationship. When you can actually take full 100% responsibility for everything that you're seeing outside of yourself, life changes completely. We'll talk about this as well at the Liberate Masterclass. If you want to make sure that you get the link for the Liberate Masterclass as soon as it's ready, we're putting it all together right now. It's going to come out in the next few days. Go ahead and comment wherever you're watching. If you're watching on LinkedIn, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Instagram, I think I'm actually great. Okay. I think great. I think I'm live in all of those places. As I said, I'm still figuring this out. Go ahead and comment Liberate, so that we can get you the link as soon as we have it ready for you to register. It's going to be a free masterclass, no charge. We will charge for it after July 2nd. So if you want to register for it for free and get to join us for free, go ahead and put Liberate in the comments. So we'll call that like a leaper. If you are in the place of getting ready to leap out of a secure paycheck into your own business or start a side hustle, we'll call that being a leaper. We'll call that being a leaper. And I want you to leap eyes wide open. Okay, I did not leap eyes wide open because I didn't have any experience and I didn't have any mentors at that time. In fact, the mentors that I had, they didn't believe in me. They didn't believe I could actually do it. They thought I should stay at the 6-figure paycheck with the hour-long commute, both directions, with 2 little kids at home. That's what they thought I should do. Well, I showed them, right? And I showed myself. Most importantly, I showed myself. And so I want you to leap with your eyes wide open. So let me know if you're a leaper. The next phase, and where you want to get to once you do leap as quickly as possible, is that foundation, I believe, of 10K a month. I think the 10K a month is indicative of something that it is indicative that you have a offer. And that's really where you want to start, is having an offer. Having one clear offer. And I see so many people make so many mistakes here. You're trying to launch too many things. You're trying to launch low ticket. You're trying to serve one to many before you're ready. Before you're ready, there's actually an order of operations that will allow you to go faster, that will allow you to make more progress, that will allow your nervous system to relax. I didn't know any of this. I'm going to share it all with you. So that one clear offer, that 10K or 10K a month, first level. Now, you're not really in business at 10K a month. You have a practice. At 10K a month, you have a practice, and that's fantastic. Great place to start. Great place to start, because you want to move through that, right? You're really in business at 250K. You're really in business at 250K a month. That's where business starts. Okay? So leaper, 10K-er, 250K. And when you're at 250K a year, 20K a month, 25K a month, 25K a month, it's exciting, right? It's exciting. You're doing it. You're making money, generating with your own gifts and talents in the world, selling, right? We know that probably at that 250 a year, 25,000 a month, you've mastered selling. Or at least you've figured out how to sell. Maybe you haven't mastered it yet, but you figured it out. And the next place that you want to go is probably 500K, right? You want to go from 20 to 25 to 50K. So what does it take to get from 20 to 25 to 50K? Well, you're going to need to hire some support. You're going to need to hire some support. And yet you don't really feel like you have the money to hire support. And you probably aren't taking care of your money in the right way in order to hire support. right? If I'm getting this and that's where you are, let me know. And you're starting to feel really financially squeezed and you're like, wait a minute, how I'm making money. I'm making more than I've ever made. And yet I feel more financially squeezed than I have felt before. How could that be? And it's because you haven't learned how to take care of the money that you're making yet, right? So we're going to talk about all of this in the Liberate Masterclass and all of these stages and how you can actually liberate yourself, right? Because in some ways, 500K in business is one of the worst places to be because you're generating, but you've run out of time. You've like literally maxed out on your time capacity. You've maxed out on your time capacity. So you're making all this money, but you actually don't have time. And you're capped out, and maybe you're starting to get burned out, and maybe you're no longer passionate about what you're doing, and you're starting to, where can I go from here? And probably what you're looking at is, I want to get to 1 million. I want to get to 1 million a year. And if I could just get to 1 million a year, then everything's going to be amazing. Everything's going to be amazing. But in some ways, 1 million a year of revenue is one of the worst places to be. It's a place to move through. It's not a place to get stuck at, in my experience. Because there's really two ways to be at 1 million a year. And that is with a lot of support, where you are buying back your time, energy, and attention, in which case you're really going to be looking towards 3 million a year so that you can take home what you need and want while still having the support and making sure everybody in your ecosystem has what they need. Or you're going to be doing a lot on your own and working all the time to maintain that million, So those are the initial stages. Those are the initial stages when you're in business. I'd love to know where you are right now. And I'm going to take you through all of them and how to go from one to the next in a way that really, truly allows you to liberate your time and money. Really, truly allows you to liberate your time and money so you can have the life that you want. Because ultimately, that's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. You're here to serve with your heart and have a life that you love. Because it has to be a both and be able to be all of yourself in the process, where you're not having to hide parts of yourself so that you can make the money that you need. If you're going out on your own, if you already are on your own, if you have a business, it's not so that you can hide, right? It's not so that you can show up in a specific way that is a contrivance or a distortion of who you really are, because then it doesn't feel good, right? So we're going to talk about all of this and more on the Liberate Masterclass, July 2nd in the afternoon. Comment here, Liberate, if you want the link. We'll be together for 3 hours. I'm going to map it all out for you. And this was really just a test for me to see how these different platforms work with StreamYard. So thank you. Thank you for watching. If you are watching on the replay, just go ahead and let me know that. Again, because this today has been a test for me to see how all of this works. So good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're watching this later in the day, I'm Allie Katz. I am the founder and CEO of the Eyes Wide Open Collective. And through my journey, 20 years of business, I've made it through all the different levels, from leaper, 6-figure paycheck, going out on my own, raising my kids as a single mom, and making it through the journey of first that 6-figure year, then to the 250, then to the 450, then to the 750, then to $1 million, $1.5 million, 3 million last year, 10 million in revenue. Although along the way, walking away from all of it, moving to a farm and filing bankruptcy because I burned out in a big way. Spiritual awakening, spiritual crisis, having to find myself in the process, discover who am I, why am I here, what's actually mine to do, what are my gifts and how do I want to give them in the world? Do I really want to be a lawyer? Do I really want to serve lawyers? Coming to realize, yes. Nothing that we do is by accident. I didn't go to law school by accident. I didn't go to work for one of the best law firms in the country by accident. I didn't build my own firm to 1 million by accident. I didn't become a best-selling author by accident or for no reason. It all had a purpose. It all had a reason, but I had to discover really what that was, because I couldn't just be on that straight trajectory success path, the elevator of success that ultimately at the end of the day did not allow me to create the life that I wanted. I love that there's another Alley Cats here. I'm just seeing in Instagram, there's another Alley Cats here. Other Alley Cats, hello, reach out, say hi. Ultimately, what I discovered, and I look forward to sharing with you, is the reality that I could create my life exactly as I want it. And what it required is for me to be able to master time, money, and how I get paid. My understanding of the financial system, economics, the ability to heal the win-lose paradigm that lives inside of all of us, the scarcity dynamics, to heal what we've inherited, to create this new future reality, and that we get to do that together. And so everything that you've done up until now has been setting the stage for you to be able to contribute in a truly meaningful way and to not have money problems, to release the money problems, and instead to really focus on the service that you came here to give. Knowing that when you do that, when you live your purpose and you build the business structures in your life and really grow up around this, really grow up around the structures that you need to bring your work into the world and to be of service in the best way possible. Life is fantastic. We're living in a time that is unparalleled, and we're facing a lot of challenges as well. So, Liberate, July 2nd. I think it's going to be 2 to 5 Mountain Time, 1 to 4 then Pacific. Go ahead and comment here, Liberate. You can also DM me, Liberate, wherever you're watching, or you can send me a message. My team will be looking out for your messages. We'll get you the link as soon as it's ready. And I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks, everyone. This is Alley Cat saying bye-bye for now.